actually helped me improve was I challenged myself and did contests. And that's how I helped myself improve. But then I got burnt out on the contests. So I would suggest that if you do that to help yourself improve, that you limit yourself to the number of contests that you enter. Yes, a little practice every day goes a long way. In my case, when I was learning bead embroidery and doing this, I was fresh out of graduate school, and this is 20 years ago, actually 21 years ago now, and I couldn't find a job with my degree, so I was working a retail job. And to help myself through that time period, because I was feeling pretty down because I couldn't find a job, I took up beading. It just so happened that the job that I did have that was at least somewhat paid the bills, I wouldn't say it paid him well, was working at Michael's Arts and Crafts. So I was able to buy beads and supplies there and really learn how to do it. And one of the first things I did was I taught myself how to do peyote stitch, which is what I'm doing right now around this bezel. I mean, if you know how to do peyote stitch, you've got one of the basics of bead embroidery down. Oh, did I win anything from contests? Oh, yes, Bell Axel. If you go to my Pinterest link that's down towards the bottom of my screen here for my stream, you'll see a Pinterest link. Click on that. It takes you to a page of the jewelry I've made. You'll see several on there that are pictures that are done by Fire Mountain Gems. All of those pieces placed in the contest to one degree or another. I had a polymer clay piece take grand prize gold. I had a gemstone piece take grand prize silver. I had another gemstone piece take grand prize, I think it was employee's choice. And then I had a grand prize bronze that was metal clay. And I've taken several bronze, silver, and gold medals in various categories in their contests. So, yeah, I won quite a bit from those contests. And it was a challenge. I basically challenged myself to do something different in those contests. That's how I got better at what I do. Yeah, Fire Mountain is like, it's crack. It's legal crack, okay? That's what Fire Mountain is. Fire Mountain Gems is legal crack. Thank you, Belle. Yes, please play the drop game. If you get a 99.5 or above, you get a free sub to my channel. You can agree it's crack, yes. Yes, exactly. I totally agree with that. Your pizza wasn't having it. It didn't want to win. That's hilarious. All right, come on. I've got a thread knot. I hate knots in my thread. There we go. They don't ship to Costa Rica. Well, that sucks. I'm so sorry, Phoebe, that they don't ship to Costa Rica. They usually ship to a lot of places. I mean, they pride themselves in shipping worldwide, so I'm kind of shocked at that. Ah. Have a good night, Miss Deb. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the nice Discord conversation, Miss Deb. But why? Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, you're not far. You're in what, California, Belle? You both love and hate getting their catalogs. Love it because it's all the pretties. Hate it because you know you're spending money, right? Is that how it works? That's how it works with me. You ship everything through your Florida P.O. box. There you go, woman. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you make that one happen. Now, this color here is called Cadillac Red Luster. It is definitely red. You're a fan of red, this is your bead. Yeah, that red is intense. I like it. And I might use it on the edging. I actually have a size 8 in it as well. I have a size 8 bead in it. These are Miyuki Rocales. Miyuki sells Rocales. So yeah, and I got these for Firemont. You can tell by the order label. But yeah, Miyuki sells Rocales. And by the way, Miyuki Rocales and Toho Rocales are slightly different sizes. I have found that the Toho 11s and the Miyuki 11s in Rocales are slightly different. The Miyuki 11s are a touch smaller than the Tohos. And how did I find this out? The hard way. Which was, I was doing a bezel. And I said, oh, I'll use these Tohos in here. I couldn't figure out why the bezel started flaring outwards instead of coming in over the stone. And what it was is that the Toho 10s are slightly bigger. Actually, the Toho 11s are slightly bigger than the Miyuki 11s in the Rocales. Now, I do have Delicas here that I'm using, which will be in a couple rows here. I'll have some Delicas to use. I use those to tie in the draw the bezel in. Yeah, I hate the hard way too. It sucks. Trust me. There's nothing worse than having to rip out part of the bezel because you realize the beads you're using are bigger than what they should be. So what I've had to do to compensate is if I'm working a bezel and I'm using both Toho and Miyuki Rocales, I use the Tohos near the bottom of the bezel, build up the bezel, and then I work to gradually smaller and smaller beads as I work up over the stone. So that way it draws in like it's supposed to, like it does on this stone. And the Czech 11s are about the same size as the Miyuki Rocales. Some of my Czech 11s are actually slightly smaller than the Miyuki 11 Rocales. So, it all depends on what you're getting. So I have a variety of beads that I work with because I have Tohos, I have Miyuki, I have Matsuno, I have Jablonex, and I also have Preciosa. So I have a wide variety of seed beads. Delicas are nice, they're fun to work with, but I have found that they can be very price prohibitive. When Mayuki came out with the Rocale line started really pushing the Rocales, I was like, yay, because now I had a Mayuki Rocale that would match the same colors I can get in the Delicas. I was like, score. So that helped a lot in that respect. But, you know, I find that I like using Rocales just because they're cheaper. I mean, not to say I don't have Delicas, I do. I have plenty of Delicas, but, you know, it's not something I go out of my way to use unless I'm doing loom work. If I'm doing loom work, I'll use Delicas. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Expensive taste with beads. Yes, I have expensive taste with stones. If you go over to my Discord, Belle, and look under the Get Stones section, I know you're a member there. One of my friends just posted an image tonight in that section of a stone that she's trying to get a hold of. She was here just a bit ago. That was Miss Deb. And she cuts stone. She's one of my stone cutters that I use. And he's going to try to cut me some stones of that. Yeah. Well, my husband named it that way. He's the one that named the section Get Stone. That's his pick, not mine. I'm not that creative in my wording. All right. Now, I do that be next. You don't think you've added my Discord? Huh. Hold on a second, I'll get you an invite. Yep, give me just a second here, lady. Let me get you one. Alright, we are gonna do that and that. Ta-da! I share the Discord with my husband, so it's mostly his Discord, but I do have a couple sections. I have a section for the section called Get Stoned, and then I also have he put in a gardening section called Garden Fun because I also like to garden. So I just happen to also be a master gardener from back east. I actually took the class, got the certification. So there you go. What is this thing misleading? Any plant you look at, whether you're like my husband, he's got the same thing going on. He says he has a black thumb. I'm wondering if hubby went to bed because it's 10 o'clock and you only see sections, rules, and announcements. Okay. Scroll up on the sections, you might see Get Stoned. Okay, yeah, give it a minute. It tends to kick in. There you go. Now you'll find the Get Stone section. You can go there and plug in. There you go. My camera. There we go. Okay, where did I miss him? Okay, for talking and beating at the same time. All problems are fixed. Miscounted beats. Oh. It's You have a great night too, Belle. I know how it is to be up early for work. So have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the raid. So peyote stitch is done. Let's valve up here. Right there's that cup chain, right there. Right. I have those both up down. What I'm going to do now, quickly move the loops at one of them. I'm going to get these glued down tonight so I can work out the process next time. Enough wire here to make 2 little loops. And go on the bottom of the tassels. Thank you for the follow, Alba Clay. How you doing tonight? So right now I'm working on the earrings that are going to go with this necklace here. In fact, I'm going to cut this necklace out now. I have the backing on it. And then I'm going to take this and glue the earrings down to the backing. Gotta grab my camera. There we go. I'm good. Yes, I'm great. And yes, they are gorgeous. This is what I do. I do bead embroidery. Which means I embroider with glass beads, gemstone beads, metal beads, cup chain, and create jewelry out of it. This is going to be a necklace when I get it done. Next stream, I will actually start working on edging this piece and the earrings and probably start work on the tassels that are going to hang from these loops here. So this is quite the project. Why, thank you. So it started out about 7:30 Pacific tonight. Thursday night is going to be my next stream. Around between 7 and 7:30 Pacific, I start streaming. All depends on how things are going here on this end with regular life, you know? I try to start around 7, but I don't always make it. So, and then Saturdays, my stream time is basically whenever I have the time. But I do try to stream every Saturday. I actually just started streaming again a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, after a month-long hiatus for moving, because we moved from Arizona to Canada. So, there we go. Look at that nice shiny fake leather on the back. Woo! Alright. There's that piece. I'll set that there. Let's get ready to glue down these earrings so they can dry. I actually do wear my pieces. I don't actually sell my work anymore. I used to sell a lot of my work on Artfire. And I actually don't sell my work anymore. I literally couldn't find a buyer for my work. Oh, great! I do some work in polymer clay too, though not often. When I do, it's usually to make little sculptural pieces that will go into my bead embroidery. I have actually a plan at this point for a project I want to do. And I need to sculpt a dragon head for it. So that will be one of my upcoming projects. That one down. Yes, I can't wait to see it all done myself. I've been working on this now. This is my 5th stream working on this. So, this is my first piece since the move. Yeah, dragons are awesome. And I'm thinking that might be my next project. I gotta dig it out and find it. Problem, I went to find a lot of my stuff and I'm like, I know I packed and labeled this, where is it? So Yeah, I've never been able to find buyers for my work. They don't want to pay what I'm charging. And I'm not going to let something that I have 36, 48 hours of work into go for, pennies. So I'm going to tell you a story about why I no longer sell stuff. Okay? So, yes, my pieces are things that only I wear, and sometimes I do make gifts for friends and family. Um, I have several friends online who own multiple pieces of mine. So, many years ago, this is what I'll tell you this. This is a great story. You'll like this one, or you'll groan. I'm not sure which. Um, so at the time, I was working two jobs to make ends meet. Okay, for the life of me, I could not find a job that used my degree. So I was working retail. And exactly, everybody wants everything at mass production price. So here's a good example of that. So my mother worked at this place with several people, and one of them was getting married. So she wanted custom jewelry for her wedding. Great. Okay, cool. I can do that. I can do that all day. Okay. So I said, sure, I can do that for you. So I wrote her up quotes. She wanted expensive stuff too. This was like 15, 16 years ago. She wanted freshwater pearls. She wanted Swarovski crystals. She wanted solid silver beads. Okay. So you're looking in the neighborhood of at least in materials for 10 bridesmaids and a bridal set. Because she wanted a bracelet, a necklace, and earrings for everybody in her bridal party and for her. Okay? So my initial quote was for around $2,200 because, I have to figure in all my materials. Swarovski crystals aren't cheap. Neither is solid sterling, and neither is freshwater pearls. Okay? So I gave her a quote for $2,200, which for 11 necklace, earring, and bracelet sets is pretty damn cheap, especially when they're custom made. And so she kind of balked at that. I said, well, let me get you a quote using glass-based pearls, celestial crystal, which is a cheap Swarovski knockoff, and silver-plated beads. I got her the quote. That one was, God, what was it? 1,400? 1,300? And she flipped the lid. Because she thought she could get a necklace, bracelet, and earring set for each person in her bridal party for $20 a set. I'm sorry. You can't even, if you go to a store and buy a package of Swarovski crystals, or at least used to, they don't sell them in the stores anymore. You'd pay like $5 for a package of 24 crystals. Hello? And you thought I could give you a necklace that would take $20 worth of Swarovski alone for $20 with its matching bracelet and earrings? Are you kidding me? I was so insulted that I told her that if she wants something that cheap, she could go to Claire's in the mall and get it. I was just absolutely pissed. I was seeing red. I mean, I've worked customer service a good chunk of my adult life until recently, and I'll tell you, it's only been a handful of times I've been so insulted that I wanted to scream. That was one of them. Yeah, she wanted a set for every single bridesmaid, And and of course her set was going to be special. It's going to have extra stuff on it too. Because she's right, of course. But yeah, she thought that that was too expensive for all the sets I wanted. She thought that because it was handmade, she could get it for cheaper. So I kindly told her to take a hike. At that point, I was already an award-winning artist. At that point, I already had placed in at least a couple Fire Mountain Gems competitions. So I basically said no, no. I'd be riled up too, Phoebe. Trust me, it was not a pleasant experience. And when I told my mother what had happened, she felt so bad because this was her coworker that she had recommended to me. She's like, I am so sorry. I didn't know they do that. It's like, Mom, that's fine. Exactly. I keep my price because I also know what my stuff is worth. And I wasn't going to let this person be nasty to me and be insulting like that. So I basically told them to go to the mall.